Hey folks, Trey Edings here. I've been wanting to do a video series for quite a while on cooking different types of wild game. Not just squirrels and deer, but just off-the-wall stuff that a little bit out of the norm. I've got a few recipes that I've been wanting to try and been wanting to share with you. And we'll, hopefully if things go well this time, we'll be doing some more. One of the things I got going for tonight is possum. I'm going to try to cook a possum. I've never cooked a possum before. This is going to be the first time. If it don't turn out worth a darn, I'm going to put this video. Maybe I will, I don't know. But anyway, so this is my first go at it, my first video I've ever put on YouTube of myself where I actually talked. And we'll see how it goes. So, wish me luck. And if you're not too bored with it, appreciate you sticking around. Set me out a trap last night, but not before last. I saw this possum here. I'm actually in my backyard. Saw this possum the other night. Thought, well, I'll give it a shot, try to catch him. So I set out actually a coon trap, but it works for possums too. You can tell he's not in any discomfort. He's actually taking a nap. It's daytime, and that's what possum's doing today. And he curled up under that rock the best he can. And he's actually asleep. He looked up at me when I first got here, and then he's kind of curled back up and just gone right back to sleep. No blood or anything. He's not, doesn't appear to be in any kind of distress at all. Last night I actually looked out here before I went to bed, and he was in the trap then. I didn't have time to mess with him when I was going to bed. He wasn't too happy about his current situation then, but if you look around, he really hadn't put up a whole lot of struggle. The leaves aren't turned up very much. He really hadn't been fighting this thing hardly at all. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get him dispatched, and we'll cook him up. I'm going to try to do a video on a recipe here on cooking some wild game. Alright, well, I got my possum now. Got the camera set up there for you. Got my possum here. He's been soaking in a brine solution here. You can see that. Let me check the camera, make sure you can see what. Oh yeah, it looks good. He's been soaking in a brine solution here for my better part of the day. In the other little video where I had caught him in the trap. Get back, Sam. Samson, my dog there, he's wanting to try to help me cook. We don't need your help tonight. So, he's been soaking in this brine solution for the better part of the day. What I got here is a little bit of salt water and some apple cider vinegar is what I soaked him in. Kind of smells pretty good. Set that aside. So, the way I'm going to cook this possum is I'm going to try to fry him. I looked at a couple videos on YouTube, and they cooked them in the oven, and I don't know, I think I'm going to try to fry it. It looks like, I ain't never cooked a possum, but he looks, well, I don't know, it looks like pretty good meat, really. So I'm going to quarter it up here. I don't know how, I've never done it. I'm going to kind of quarter him up like I would a squirrel, I guess. I may not have this, I may edit this part out. Well, he's tough boned. When I skinned him, he really skinned easier than I thought. I didn't know what to expect, like I said, but the one thing I did notice was when I hung him up by his feet, I skinned him like you would any other kind of critter, like this, four-legged critter, but when I hung him up by his back feet, and got to tugging on him when I was pulling that hide, and I wasn't even pulling all that hard, and get a different knife, that's not very sharp. And when I pulled on his hide, I pulled his dadgum feet smooth off. So I don't know. I'm just quartering him up, saving this back meat. That looks like good meat there. I do this without cutting my dadgum fingers off. I've cut up many a squirrel. I'm kind of going to do it the same way. Although I ain't never cut up one on camera where people can watch me. So that looks like a pretty good piece of meat. What do you think, Samson? Samson's here watching me. Hoping I dropped something, probably. Now, don't criticize my butchering technique. I don't claim to be a professional. That might be some good crackling meat, some frying meat. I don't know. I'm not going to cook these ribs. Don't look like there's enough on them. I'm going to kind of debone them, cut the meat off of them. If there's any meat to be had on them, I don't know. That doesn't look like a whole lot left there. I'm not gonna fool with that. I'm gonna pitch that in the trash. Sorry, dog. So here's what we got. Got a couple of leg bones. Some pretty good looking meat there. Got the back. The back looks like it's got a lot of good meat on it. And I got this belly. When I cook a squirrel, I always leave that on. That's the best part of the squirrel. That's all I got to really compare this guy to is a squirrel or a rabbit. But it really looks a lot like rabbit meat. It's a white meat. Looks pretty good. So I'll pause this video and we'll pick up here in a minute. I got my grease over here getting hot. Samson, appreciate your help. Got my grease getting hot. I'm going to season these things up a little bit. We'll keep it pretty simple. We'll put a little Old Bay on them. See that grease getting hot over there? Got a little bit of Old Bay seasoning. And a little bit of black pepper. That's about all I'm going to do with it. On the seasoning. It's looking pretty good, really. And cut that heat back a little bit. I'll move my camera so you can see what I'm doing when I'm cooking. So I can try to get this where you got it all in the shot. I got me some flour here. I'm going to roll this in the flour. Roll these dudes here in the flour. And then we'll drop them down into that skillet. And I'm frying them just like you would some fried chicken, or got a little more grease in there than what I normally would, so I guess I'm kind of deep frying it. Alright, while I got that going, I got me some frozen biscuits here. I'll hold them up there. I'm going to stick them. I got the oven's been preheating. Pick it up to, I'm going to put them in there and get them going. And I got some taters over here that I've been soaking in water so it turn brown. I'm going to get them going too. I don't know if you can see me on the potatoes over there. Got the potatoes here. All I'm going to use for that is a little bit of cabbage. There it is. Fried potatoes, cabbage is the best seasoning there is for fried potatoes. I'm telling you what. You can't beat it. I've tried making my own. I think you need to good old cabbage all-purpose seasoning. Boy, it smells good. So we're letting that potato grease heat up. Got me a set of tongs here. I got this cooking over just like a medium heat. Not too hot, just hot enough. Set that out for now. Get that ready here in a minute. Now that potato grease, I'm going to cook the potatoes in. It's getting hot, so I'm just put them potatoes in there like that. When I'm cooking them, I got them started off on high. I'm going to let them crisp up just a little bit on high. Then I'm going to cut that heat back. Cover them up and we'll finish cooking that way. Time's gone by. Still got my taters on high. They're starting to brown just a little bit. I got too many taters in there for a little skillet. This skillet got a bigger skillet. Just going to stir them a little bit. Let them go just a little bit more. Then we'll cut them back to heat, cover them up. Now, the possum's looking pretty good here. It's smelling good. I'm telling you, it's smelling good. It is really smelling good. I only got 3 pieces in there. I'll put the others in there when we get this one done. Now I did turn the heat up just a little bit here on the possum. It was cooling off a little bit. I turned it up. It's not quite all the way to high, but it's up pretty high. It's coming along real good. Check on the taters. I got biscuits in the oven. I didn't make homemade biscuits tonight. Had too much other going on. I just took some frozen biscuits that I had in the freezer forever. I hope they turn out. They expired back in April. I didn't realize that they got pushed back in there in the back. I knew I had them in there, but I didn't realize they'd been in there that long. Alright, now these potatoes are about where I want them. I'm going to cut them back to about a 2 on my thing here. And I'm going to cover them up. Opossum's looking real good. Opossum's about ready to turn over here. It's looking really good. Look at that. It's browning up and stuff. Great. This actually looks delicious. A lot of people always think that possum, cooking that possum kind of taboo, but I'm thinking a possum, you pretty much eat the same stuff that a pig does. And we eat them. Don't think nothing about it, so I'm pretty comfortable with eating possum. See how they work. Get my taters to stir over here. Getting about done. Possum's taking longer than I thought it was going to. Cut that on back a little bit. Let's check it out. Now that's looking really good. I think that those 2 pieces is about done. So I'm going to set them on this. This is just a cast iron grill on one side and a griddle on the other. But I'll set it on there and let it drain. Now that looks just about, man, that looks good. I'm going to set this over here to the side, put it back on the butcher block, out of the way. And we're going to roll these other 3 pieces here in the flour. Get them good covered up. Drop him in there. They're kind of popping. These little things here, I don't know. I'll go ahead and cook them. Maybe not Samson will have some to eat. It's that stuff that I trimmed off the ribs. That may be the best part of it, I don't know. Just got a towel over here. Put it over the same bowl I had potatoes in a while ago. So all that grease will drain off. I'm going to dip them in here. Drain into that strainer, into that bowl. And we put all that grease drain off of them. Ain't nothing like fried potatoes. Shut that off. Shut that on there to keep them warm. These little things fried up pretty quick. A little bit longer. The grease is a little hotter. I kind of cook these others a little longer than I wanted to. start getting stuff out now to make some gravy. Now you want to make sure your possum's good and done. And last thing you want to do is bite into a piece of raw possum. I don't think that'd be good. You want to cook it to a nice golden brown. Man, this looks and smells good. It really smells delicious. Go back up here. I think these things are done. I didn't cook these quite as brown as I did the others. They're close. They're done. I'll continue to cook a little bit. Set that there. Then I need to drain this grease off. I'm just going to drain this back into this bowl right here. We got to make our gravy now. We don't need nowhere near this much grease. Oh, that is so nice. Just need just a little bit. Just a little bit. Sound like our biscuits are done. Couldn't find my gravy making spoon. I didn't find, that's going to be some mighty thick gravy here. Let's take out some of that. I put way more flour in there than I needed. Alright. Now this is some milk. Canned milk. That I canned myself. I'm going to cut that heat way back. What are you eating there, Mom? Have I got something? Oh yeah. The biscuits are just almost done. They're not quite. I'm going to cut them off there. I always put a little bit of sugar in my gravy. This is actually not sugar, it's plain butter. Sucralose, whatever the heck it's called. Diet sugar. A little bit of salt. And we're making gravy, boy. Now I got my gravy turned down on low. And it's done. It's going to thicken up a little bit more. Shake it off. Pull the biscuits out. We're about ready to eat. I'm about ready to eat. Wish y'all could eat with me. Oh man. That looks good. Rid of this. Making a mess. Need another spoon. Not gonna tell you that. And there it is, folks. That's what I'm having for supper. I'll let you know how it turns out. Well, I just finished eating my possum. It was really good. A lot better than I expected. It was actually delicious. Kind of tasted a little bit between squirrel and rabbit. Well, more like rabbit than anything. If you ever had wild rabbit, it was really good. Wasn't gamey at all. A little bit tough. Might have had something to do with the way I cooked it. I fried it. You'll see in the video, or you saw in the video, I guess, that I did it in 2 batches. The second batch I pulled out a little bit early, and the big piece of meat, the big leg, was a little bit rare. Wasn't like raw, but it was a little bit rare. Could have been cooked a little bit more. I thought I'd actually overcooked the first batch, but turns out it was just perfect. All in all, I will definitely cook it again. It was delicious. Very surprised. It was very good. Ate it all. Sam didn't even get none. So anyway, hope you enjoyed my first YouTube video. Not very good at it. It's harder talking to a camera than you think. I got kudos to those who've been doing these videos. It's more difficult than I thought it would be. So anyway, please leave comments. I plan on making a few more videos. I got a great recipe for gar. So, of course, it's winter time now. I'll catch me a gar this spring and we'll cook that up for you. Alright, take care.